Hello, Epping High. This is Mrs. Kloss with your Semester 1 2018-2019 school year work study practices review video. I am recording this with my 2-year-old and my dog in the home, so I'm hoping we can make it through this without any distractions. I have bribed my 3-year-old Lily with a candy cane if she is quiet throughout this. So for those of you that don't realize it, our work study practices evaluation is coming up because semester 1 is ending on January 29th. So for those of you who are big time procrastinators, the time to start sweating and panicking is now. The semester is quickly coming to an end. So what I'd like to do is just kind of review the expectations for your work study practices evaluations. So before we get too deep, just a reminder for you all, what are work study practices? And these are the skills that are going to help you guys become life, college, and career ready. These are the things that your employers are looking for. They're things that are going to help you be successful no matter where you are in life. They include self-direction, which is taking charge of your own learning, communication, sharing information and ideas with others, collaborating, which is your ability to work together and achieve goals. And then the last one was originally called creativity. We didn't like the wording on it. We felt it was too kind of art project and construction paper and gluey. So we went with innovation. So it took on more of the idea of making something new and unexpected, coming up with maybe new ways of solving a math problem and stuff like that. So creativity has been replaced with the wording of innovation. So how are you guys going to be assessed on this process? So all year long, you have been completing tasks and doing your work, and all of that really is been building for your presentation of your work study practices. So your teachers have been assigning assignments and you have been tasked to complete those. So you're going to be assessed based on either demonstrating, progressing, or not yet demonstrating. That has changed from last year. We used to have, I believe it was exceeding expectations on your work study practices, but we felt like that was not really something that was fair to assess you on. You're either demonstrating it or you're not. You can't really be exceeding in terms of self-direction. So we have changed the assessment process to have either demonstrating, progressing, or not yet demonstrating. So what you're going to do is the same thing you've done in the past, is you're going to share evidence with your teachers. And together, you and your teachers through conferences will evaluate your progress on the work study practices. So where do I save my evidence? This is always the big question. We're going to ask you guys, just like you have in the past, to create folders in your Google Drive to store your evidence for each of the work study practices. You need to be self-directed, see what we just did there, and use a system that works best for you to organize your evidence. In the past, we've been really nitpicky about naming conventions, and now that we've kind of gone through a year of it, we really don't see the need to have fancy naming conventions. So the reality is whatever works for you and whatever system, organization-wise, works for you, use it. You may want to title your documents with the name of the work study practice in the semester, maybe the name of the assignment, but whatever it is that works for you is fine. For me as a teacher, if I'm evaluating someone's work study practices, I'm going to want you to have some sort of folder and some sort of organization system that helps you find what you're looking for fast, so you can present that evidence in a timely manner to me while we're sitting in our one-on-one conversation. We would encourage you to aim for 2 pieces of evidence for any of the work study practices per course. So we're going to be evaluating 3 of the work study practices this semester. We're going to be looking at self-direction, communication, and collaboration. So I would say you want 2 per class, and you want to try and have equal amounts of evidence per work study practice. So however you make that work is totally up to you as the self-directed learner. So when are we going to do these conferences? So we have set aside 2 days, just like we did last year at the end of the semester. So we have dubbed Monday, January 28th, which is a B day, and Tuesday, January 29th as A days. They're the end of the semester. Teachers cannot be doing new summatives that day anyway, because the semester is coming to an end. They will be reassessment days anyway. So you'll be able to conference with your teachers. Just remember, though, you don't have to conference on the 28th and 29th. If you're, really a self-directed student and you're on top of it and you have your folders ready and you want to come conference with me tomorrow, I would 100% support that and love to sit down with you. So just have communication with your teachers set up meetings, and worst case scenario, you can do your conferences on those 2 days at the end of the semester. The conferencing forms are the same as they were last year, except the collaboration box won't be grayed out. So you'll have to do your pre-conference work, you'll have to go through your conferences, and then you will need to fill out the post-conference information after you're done. The conference forms are going to be due to your seminar or advisory teachers by Wednesday, January 30th. That is not due to me. Please do not come to me and give me your conferencing forms because I'm the voice on this video. Give them to your seminar or advisory teacher. That is, unless you are in my seminar, then do bring your forms to me. So who can you conference with? Really, you are allowed to conference with anybody. You need to schedule 2 to 3 conferences. You should schedule a conference with one of your current classroom teachers. That's not to say that you can't conference with, say, Mr. Hero or with Mr. Ernest, but we would like you to have at least one of your conference be one of your current teachers. I would like you to try and conference with a teacher you haven't had before. So if you conference with Miss Kylie last year, maybe try and conference with somebody else this year, just so that way we can get a look at all of the teachers. If 2 of your teachers give you the same score on your work study practices, then you're done. If there's a discrepancy between the 2, you'll have to get the 3rd to break the tie. So that's kind of where you're looking in terms of teachers. So just one current classroom teacher and then one other teacher, unless there's a discrepancy, then a 3rd. So just really what we're trying to remind you all of is, I know this is extra work that you kind of feel like you have to do at the end of the semester, but this is really important. Competency-based grading just evaluates your academic performance. It doesn't look at your skills as a learner. It just looks at your ability to meet the competencies in your classes. And I would say that it takes out all of that effort and those things in terms of your grade. And the work study practices allow us to look at you as the human, as the learner, as the person who works really hard and puts in the effort and asks the right questions. And work study progress is a great thing for teachers to discuss with you. It's a huge part of your letters for recommendations when you're going into college. It's a great aspect for job recommendations, and it's really what companies are looking for when they're trying to find workers who are going to be successful in their organizations. So if you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to Mrs. Kylie or Miss McCallion or I or any of the other teachers. We're here to support you guys. You should be getting your folders organized and getting your evidence stored away in your Chromebook, so that way we can have a great and successful conference season. Thanks, guys. We'll see you soon.